Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Coco. If you are new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification, follow me on Instagram at Keeping Up with Coco _. That's KUWCOCO_. Once I get to 20K subscribers, I'm giving away $300. And once I get to 50K subscribers, I'm giving away $500. And all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell, and follow me on Instagram at Keeping Up with Coco _. Today, I'm coming at you with a mukbang, whatever you call it. This is my third video. Well, I'm vlogging today. Then I recorded another video today. This is my third video of the day. So I'm working hard today. So I'm actually taking a break to eat and film this video. So I decided to do a mukbang. As you can see, I'm eating African food. It's a trend now that people are going to, like YouTubers are going to like African restaurants and ordering like fufu, okra, rice and groundnut soup, and they're like, you know, trying it for their YouTube and stuff like that. And I watched a few videos. I watched a few of the videos. Now keep in mind, I'm African, so I eat these things on a regular basis, not every day, but on a regular basis. When, you know, I go home to my mom's house, or my sister is really like, you know, the cook, so she cooks, you know, fufu, granite soup, arrow. I don't know if you know what arrow is, but I'm from Cameroon, so my accent also is gonna come out in this video because it's just, I don't know, I'm talking about Africa, I'm eating African food. I've kind of learned how to switch my accent back and forth, but when I'm talking about African food and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to say it in an accent. So fufu is how you actually say fufu, okay? Not fufu, fufu. Okay, it's fufu. Fufu is like what, you know, fufu. You gotta say it with the accent to really get it. So I see a lot of YouTubers, you know, I'm happy that they're deciding to like try it out and stuff like that, but I don't know, the videos, I'm not liking it, you know, because people are smelling the food, saying it stinks, you know, doing a lot of shady stuff. Which I understand, like, you know, you don't eat this stuff on a regular and that's your opinion, but like I just feel like a lot of the like facial expressions and the it stinks, like they could have died it down a little bit. So anyway, so today I'm eating arrow, which is a type of vegetable. It's like a vegetable sauce. It has a lot of meat in it, like a lot of meat. I can't wait to finish doing this intro and talking so I can start eating. And then I'm eating gari or gari. Okay, I have to say it in an accent. I'm eating gari, and gari is made out of cassava. I don't know if you guys know what a cassava is. I think Spanish people have a name for it. What's the name? I forgot the name for it. But cassava, it's a root. Okay, so basically what we do with the root, or what we do with cassava, is we like ferment it, and then once it ferments and processed, they then like fry it, and then it turns into a grain, and we basically use that grain to make the gari. Now I'm gonna show you guys, or tell you guys how to make the gari once you do have the grain. Once you get the grain, that's what we use to make our fufu. But you know, I mean, this isn't really called fufu because fufu is more like white and powdery. This is more grainy. So this is called gari, and this is made out of cassava. So how we make it to become like this texture, which is like a solid texture where you can, like, you know, rip it apart like that. So we take the grain, you know, we put water in it. You just want a little bit because it's fermented cassava, it does rise. So what you want to do, you don't want too much if you're a small person like me and you don't want to eat too much. So we take the grain, we put some water in it. I like to rinse mine out just because, you know, it is a grain, and sometimes, you know, there are other types of grains in the you know, in your thing that you don't want. So I like to rinse mine out a few times. Then once I rinse that out, I'll pop it in the microwave for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I'm gonna take it out of the microwave and I'm going to actually use a spoon and just kind of whip it together. And as you're whipping it, the grains are starting to stick together, and that's what causes that solid, firm look. And if you want it to be presentable, instead of keeping it in the same bowl, I like to like move mine around just so it, you know, it's more just so it's more presentable, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just kind of whip it around, and then, you know, eventually I get the little fufu look. So anyways, I asked you guys on Instagram to, you know, send me some questions so that I can answer during my mukbang. And, you know, a lot of you guys sent me questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer those questions. I'm not gonna really explain how this is made. So this is made out of a leaf. So it's a type of vegetable, and what we basically do is, I don't want to say stir fry, but practically we stir fry it with some red oil, palm oil. I don't know if you guys know what palm oil is, but we use palm oil, and that's what gives it that red look. And then we just have a lot of meat. I think there's goat meat in here. I don't know if this is it goat skin, something, a whole bunch of meat in here. That's my favorite. Oh, hold on, I'm just oh my god, I'm starving. I'm freaking starving. I couldn't talk anymore. All right, so you guys asked me. The first question is actually for my sister. I'm assuming because she wants me to tell you that she's the one who cooked this, which I already did. But yeah, so can I cook? I do know how to cook. I'm not a professional cook, like, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna say my sister is a professional cook. She's a professional African cook. So if you want African cuisine, it doesn't matter if it's okra soup, jama, which is another type of vegetable, bitter leaf soup, freaking, what do you call it, granite soup, jollof rice. Go to my sister. She's like the professional for that. For me, I know how to do steak, shrimp. I know how to fry some chicken. I know how to do pork chops, mac and cheese. I'm more like American cuisine. I think she knows how to, I'm sure she probably knows how to cook steak and chicken. I'm sure she knows how to do all of that stuff too. But like, I feel like when it comes to maybe like, you know, going in the kitchen and experimenting with like more American food, I know how to do that. I do know how to make okra. It's not as good as my sister's, but I do know how to, like, I know the basics. Like, I know the basics of this too. But I've actually never done it. Also because I don't know where to get the ingredients. Somehow my sister knows where to find all these things. I don't. So I just always, you know, I just go to her. If I ever have kids and I want my kids to like be familiar with like the African food, obviously I'm gonna take them to Africa, to Cameroon to be specific. But if I want them to like eat African food while I'm in America, I'm gonna just go drop them off at my sister's. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this wine. I'm gonna be using my new electric wine opener. It's the little things for me. So I saw Aaliyah's face and Tiara Walker. I saw both of them. Actually, I think I saw Tiara Walker first. I saw both of them using an electric wine opener. I'm like, oh, such class. Such class. Like, I want to be on that level. So I told TD that I wanted one, and of course he brought me one. And of course, you know, who brings a electric wine opener without bringing you wine? So he brought me wine. We're drinking solve. That's how Tierra Walker, Tierra Walker, that's how she says this as well. She says solve, but I think it's Sauvignon en Blanc. Sauvignon en Blanc. Okay, so that's what we're drinking. This is a 2015, so okay, it's got a few years on it, so that's good. They say the older the wine, the better. So, I mean, not all wines, but yeah, they say the older the wine, the better. So this is a 2015 Sauvignon en Blanc, and yeah, if you don't know, it's white wine, obviously, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and use our new electric wine opener and open it. So hopefully I can do this right. So to get it to work, you press down, which pushes it down. And then you hear that noise until it stops. Now once it stops, then you press the up button, which pulls the cork out. And voila! You got yourself a bottle of wine. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in my wine glass so that we have, and yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and eat and answer questions. Cheers. So yeah, I answered the first question. Do I know how to cook? Yes, depending on what it is. I do know how to cook. The next question is, what led me to this lifestyle? Your awesome, very funny videos on your story. What led me to this lifestyle? Being broke. Being broke led me to the lifestyle, but no, that's not really what it is. To be honest, I didn't go looking for it, it came looking for me. Like, as horrible as that sounds, but I've told you guys the story of, you know, how I had a situation when I was a freshman in college, and you know, I was moving into my second semester of college, and I basically, the college that I decided to go to didn't have any dorms, so I basically had to, you know, live on my own. And I went through a situation where I got scammed and some more stuff. And while I was at a park minding my business, some old guy just walked over to me, and he just kind of like hinted at me like, you know, you're a beautiful girl, and there are older men out there that would love to take care of you and provide for you just to be around you. And literally that same day I went home, and I was staying with a friend at this time. I went home and I went online and I looked up how to get a sugar daddy. I was not playing. I looked up how to get a sugar daddy, and the first website that I did try was Seek an Arrangement, and that's how I met my second sugar daddy. My first sugar daddy, I didn't even meet him on Seek an Arrangement. I met him just going out with, you know, my friends at the time. And one time I was downtown and I just met this, you know, older guy, and he asked me out, and from then on he was the one who really told me like, you're beautiful, like you deserve Chanel bags, you deserve like the most expensive things. And I was only what, 18 at the time, probably 18 turning 19, and I remember it was my first time going to Miami, and he took me and got me my first pair of red bottoms and a Herb Legger dress. I don't know if you know what a Herb Legger, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I still have that dress in my closet, but it's a $2,000 dress. I think the dress was like $26, and he bought it without a problem. Was like, listen, you're going to Miami, the women in Miami are like bad. And he was like, you have to go, and you have to have some sort of expensive something like to fit in. And he really went out of his way to do that for me. So that's how I kind of like, you know, got into the lifestyle. And I ever like after him, that first guy, like, he bought me my computer that I used to edit my videos, my camera. That first guy, once I met him and once he, like, I don't know, like, bought me stuff and like took care of me, I never want to go back. I never want to go back. I have gone back a few times and dated regular men, but no. This shit is bomb. Okay, what makes me the happiest? What makes me the happiest? I would have to say my dog. I think she definitely makes me the happiest. You know, like, if there's one thing that I wake up every morning and I'm certain that I love my dog, and I'm certain that if something was to ever happen to her, I don't know, I would probably have a heart attack. Like, I don't know. So that's one thing that makes me happy when I wake up every morning and I'm like, you know what, I have you, Chanel. Like, I don't deserve your love, Chanel. Another thing that makes me happy would be you guys, because I deal with anxiety. So a lot of times, especially before I started doing YouTube, a lot of the times I still, even to now, like, people are like, oh, you're confident. I still question if I'm doing things right, or, you know, maybe I'm putting too much out there, or people, you know, considering me a whore, a prostitute. I still think about that stuff, and it definitely still, like, it affects me because I have anxiety. But like, when I come on my YouTube videos and I see you guys comments and it's like I could literally do anything and you guys are just like, you go girl, I love you, like, do your thing, you're so pretty. Like, that makes me so happy, because then it's like, okay, when I'm going through that moment where I have anxiety and like I'm not certain of, you know, what's bothering me, or I just feel like, you know, I'm not happy, I go on my YouTube videos and I look at you guys' comments, and honestly, it really brings me so much happiness. I mean, obviously, oh, excuse me, doing YouTube videos also gives me anxiety. I also get anxious, you know, because I do go through that time where I'm like lazy, I don't want to do anything. Oh, by the way, hold on, I'm gonna go back. This is how you eat. You gotta, yeah, squeeze it. Okay, that's how you eat it. And then you just, in the sauce. Bomb. But I forgot what I was saying, but that makes me happy. You guys make me happy. It's always nice to come online or my YouTube and see all the positive comments, because it makes me feel good. And I know a lot of people think I'm like super confident and da da da, but like, it feels good to come online and read those comments, and it helps me boost my confidence as well. It makes me feel like, okay, you know what, you're not doing anything wrong. Ain't shit wrong with you, girl. Nothing. Okay? Obviously, you're not the only one who thinks like that. So yeah. Someone said, is it possible for a small YouTuber to make good money on YouTube? Well, if you're a small YouTuber like me, you're making money, but you're not making enough to pay your rent, maybe a car note. I'm just kidding. It all depends. My sister says, like, I'm at a point where I should be hassling people for sponsorships and stuff like that. So I think it all depends. Like, I've seen girls that have literally no platform and they only have maybe 4,000 followers on Instagram, and they get, you know, paid promotions and stuff like that. So it all depends on how small you are. As long as you're monetized, and as long as you're able to actually keep your audience like intrigued in your video, and if they're clicking on your links and stuff like that, then I think you could definitely start like reaching out to people for like, you know, sponsorships and stuff. So I think that's where I am right now. I think I need to start reaching out to people, because I mean, if I tell you guys to buy something, you guys are gonna buy it, right? And make sure my hair is not messed up. If I tell you to buy something, you're gonna buy it, right? Exactly. So I think I need to get a sponsorship. But yes, it all depends on, you know, how active your subscribers are, and it all depends on the company, because some companies will send you free stuff as long as you post it on your thing, if you don't have too many followings. Some people will pay you $100, $200 to do a promotion for them. So it all depends who you reach out to and what it is that you're marketing, and how much and how many people you have, like, you know, following you on each platform. But for me, I feel like with the people on my YouTube, my Instagram, and the amount of people who watch my story, I need to be paid. Somebody needs to start paying me to advertise their product. So yeah, also I want to do a PO box. So if you think there's something you want to send me, let me know in the comments so that I can go get a PO box, because it's $300 to get a PO box. So I don't want to go get it if I'm not going to be getting nothing for months at a time. So you guys let me know in the comments if you think it's about time for me to get a PO box, because you guys have your business or little businesses that you want to you know, have me shout out on my Instagram, on my YouTube, whatever. Okay, someone said how to get a sugar daddy during the pandemic and how to make a professional OnlyFans content. So yeah, I do have a video on my YouTube channel that kind of talks about how to find a sugar daddy during the pandemic. I actually went on a whole Bumble date and the guy got me a Burberry jacket. I'll try to link it at some point in this video if you want to check it out, sis. But yeah, so I know a lot of people are coming at me like, oh, I just watched a video, excuse me, that, you know, you said not to do online apps and da-da-da-da. Sis, it's a pandemic. Okay, pandemic. Where do you think you're gonna meet anybody right now? Where? Okay, especially if you're in Massachusetts or New York, like all of these cold states where we are like completely shut down. Okay, restaurants are only open till about 9:30. You can't sit at the bar, like, you know, you can't sit at the bar and have a man hit on you, none of that. Like, we don't have those options. So right now, your only option will be to download Bumble and download Hinge and Tinder. Go on Seek an Arrangement. I know the app, not the app, the website is horrendous right now. It's horrible. But unfortunately, we are gonna have to do extra work right now because these men are at home with their wives trying not to catch fucking corona. Okay. And then how to take professional OnlyFans content. Well, I use my iPhone. Okay, I use my iPhone. I have an iPhone 11. That's what I use to record videos, take pictures, all of that. I do have a DSLR camera and I do have my vlogging camera. So if you do want to take professional content where it's super bomb, I did take Christmas pictures for my OnlyFans using my DSLR camera, the big Canon one. I have the Canon T6i, the Canon Rebel T6i. That camera, super good, amazing. If you want to take professional pictures and stuff like that, without having to pay a photographer, yeah, I would invest in that. I would say it's it's really expensive, you know, the camera. I didn't pay for it. I told you guys my first sugar daddy from when I was 19. He bought that camera for me. It's so funny because for years and years I never used the camera, and he got it for me so I could do YouTube. Like, freaking girl, this is 6 years ago. No, yeah, 6 years ago, about 5-6 years ago. And it's just now that I'm actually using that camera and putting the camera to use. But yeah, so I would say just get a professional camera and it should be fine. Oh, this is a good one since we're talking about dating apps. She says, when guys on Bumble ask you, what are you looking for? How do you respond? You know, like, you want a sugar daddy. That's a tough one. Honestly, it's really a tough one. Like I said, you go on the date with the guy. I personally don't throw out there right away that I'm looking for a sugar daddy unless you actually have sugar daddy material. You could show up on a date with a guy and he don't have no money. What's the point of telling him you're looking for a sugar daddy if he does not sugar daddy material? Enjoy the meal. Enjoy the dinner, enjoy the drinks. Go home, block his number, unmatch with him on Bumble and call it a day. Now, if a man actually has the money and he seems like he has the money, he's not even, I feel like as a woman, you're not even gonna have to really ask. Like, a man is gonna do things for you from the get-go without you even really like saying it. So I feel like if he has money, he might do things like bring you a gift or you know, say, hey, like, let's go shopping or something like that. And to me, it's like, okay, that shows potential of a man who is willing to like provide and give. So once he does that, you wait until he's asking for something sexual. You wait until he's asking for actual long-term engagement with you. Then you say, well, you know, if that's what you're looking for, this is, you know, what I have going on. And practically I'm on Bumble because I'm looking for a guy who is going to help me take care of my bills. Honesty is the best policy. I don't know how many times I gotta stress that. Honesty is the best policy. Don't try to, you know, jump around the bush. But like I said, you want to make sure he actually has the money, because if not, you're just gonna be going on a lot of wasted dates with men, you know, telling them that you're looking for a sugar daddy, and they're probably just gonna look at you like, okay, well, I'm not a sugar daddy material, or I don't have sugar daddy money, so yeah. You know, so I think once you find that dude that, and I feel like you just know when a man has money. You just know when he's going to actually give you something, you know. So once you know how to ask for it, or you know he's going to give it to you regardless, so you really don't have to ask for it. But yeah, let's see. Have I ever met an African sugar daddy? No. I haven't been to Africa since I came to America, and it's so funny because I was supposed to go this year, but Corona. My favorite makeup for dark skin, so I do a natural beat, and I usually use the Becca foundation. My shade is Espresso. I was actually vlogging earlier as I was putting my makeup on. So I have on the Becca, what's it called? It's Becca something, but it's a espresso shade, which matches my skin tone pretty well. So I just usually do foundation, and then I do some powder, a light contour if anything, some light highlighting, mascara. I didn't do that today. I didn't do that today. And that's it. I go about my day. Okay, that's a good one. Do I think education is the only way to success? No. There are a lot of successful people that didn't graduate college, okay? Now, do I think that if you have the chance and you have the drive to finish college, you should? Yes. If it's something that you're not really interested in, do I think you need to beat yourself up for it? No. Just have a plan. Like me, once I decided that, you know what, it was no longer for me. I went for 2 years and I'm like, you know what, I'm over it. I definitely didn't have a plan. No. So I did go through the process of trying to figure out what my plan was and what it is that I wanted to do. I just knew school wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't what was driving me. That wasn't what was making me wake up in the morning. Like, if I don't post a video in 7 days, it pisses me off. I'm upset at myself because I have the drive to want to record a video for YouTube. I have the drive to want to put out content because this is something that I really want to do. So when I was in school, that wasn't what was making me motivated. So yeah, I decided that it just wasn't for me. So I definitely don't think you need to at least have a high school diploma, is what I meant to say, because there's no rush to go to college. You know, there are a lot of people that I know graduated college, and no offense to them, they're not doing shit with the degree that they went to school for, okay? Like, nothing close. Some of them are working at McDonald's. Some of them are working cleaning ass, okay? So, like I said, if it's just not what you're into, it's just not what you're into. So, no, I don't think you need to be fully educated, like four-year college, and that to be successful. No, I know I'm going to be successful because I just know I'm going to be successful. I'm, you know, doing something that I actually enjoy doing. And not only am I doing that, I'm motivating people. I'm helping women, empower women to be confident, be themselves, don't care what people have to say about them. Like, society is full of shit. And to the day I die, I'm gonna keep saying that society is full of shit, okay? To me, like, figure it out. You know? 1 minute they say, oh, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you have to do this. You go to school, you come out of school, and what did it do for you? You end up working at McDonald's, working with the same person who only got a high school diploma. It don't make no sense, you know? And I'm not saying that everyone who graduates out of college ends up working at McDonald's, but like, there are only so many nurse jobs out there. There are only so many teachers out there. There are only so many psychologists out there. There are only so many doctors out there, you know, lawyers. Like, come on now. Yeah, and someone said, what would I do if I wanted to take a gap year of study to explore the world? Girl, I would do it. If that's what you want to do, do it. Like I said, there's really no rush to school. Yeah. I have a beautiful body. Do you work out and eat clean, or it's just jeans? I want to lie and say I work out and eat so healthy, but that'll be a lie. I'm gonna give it up to genetics, because yeah, it's genetics. So I'm blessed because I got my mom's boobs, which I think is from her mom's side. But then I'm blessed because I got my grandfather's height. I mean, he was way taller than me, but I definitely got more of his height. So I'm super lean and slender. So I think it works out for me because, you know, I have big boobs and I'm thin. And then it's like when I eat, if I do eat junk food, or like when I'm going through that period of time of the month, my weight goes only one place, sis. One place and one place only. Like, there's no way for me to ever sit here and go, oh, I'm gonna grow my butt by eating, unless I freaking go and do workout. Like, I'm gonna have to do the muscle buildup in order to, you know, get a butt. So yeah, no, it's more genetics. I definitely don't eat like Wendy's and McDonald's and stuff like that. I love Chick-fil-A. I'll do Popeyes once in a while, but the only thing I really eat from Popeyes will be their biscuit. I love their biscuits. And I do their fries. Usually, just because I want a biscuit and fries, I'll get a whole meal. But in all reality, I really just wanted the biscuit. So someone wants to know what my definition of a high value woman is, and do you think it looks the same for everyone? Let me wash my hands. Sorry. So my definition of a high value woman would be a woman who just really takes care of herself, carries herself well. She's classy in public. You know, she maintains her space. She pampers herself. She treats herself to nice things. She knows what she wants in life and kind of goes after it. She's confident. She is unapologetic. That word's always hard for me to say. And not only that, she's successful. So that's one thing I want to talk about when it comes to that high value woman thing. I think every girl or every woman becomes a high value woman by, you know, obviously dating a high value man. But which is a conversation that I had with a friend the other day. In order to get a high value man, you have to look like a high value woman. And I feel like a lot of women nowadays just think that, you know, they're just gonna meet a man just looking basic, just looking how they look, you know, and they're gonna meet a man and he's just gonna randomly like change everything about them. And I don't know how many times I gotta push this, because even though I'm like, get these niggas money, I'm never telling you to quit your job now, okay? I'm never telling you to quit your job. If you don't have a sugar daddy, don't quit your job, sis. Don't quit your job, okay? If OnlyFans ain't bringing you enough to pay your rent, don't quit your job, sis. Do not quit your job. Because men, so like I was saying, men, regardless of anything, men do not like a lazy woman. And by lazy, I don't mean like lazy in the house, not cleaning, that kind of stuff. I mean lazy as in like you don't have a goal of your own. Like, you know, you can want a sugar daddy, but you also gotta have a goal. You gotta have, because if you don't get a sugar daddy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Who's gonna pay your bills? So I feel like a high value woman has to be a woman who is able to fend for herself as well as demand from her man. You don't just become a high value woman by, you know, getting with a high value man, because first of all, a high value man won't date you unless you are, you know, to his liking. And for you to be able to look like how he likes, you're gonna have to invest in your looks, invest in how you carry yourself, invest in your body. Like a lot of women are like, oh, I want a sugar daddy, I want a sugar daddy, why am I not getting a sugar daddy, why am I not getting a sugar daddy? And no offense, but I be looking at some of y'all profiles and I'm just like, sis. And that's not to say thick women, bigger women are not going to get a rich man, but like me and my friend, we were just talking about this the other day. Like, you literally gotta have the best looking face if you are a thick girl and you want a rich, wealthy man to see you and stop you. Rich men like thin, slim, thin women with big boobs. And that's why I'm lucky, okay? And that's why I come on YouTube to give you guys the tea, because I feel like I got it easy, you know? I don't have to do as much as you guys are doing. Like, I have to do work. I have to put in the work to make myself look presentable, look classy, even though it might not look like it on Instagram all the time. But when you see me in the streets, I'm a whole different person. I carry myself differently. I'm very respectful. I'm polite. I can hold the conversation. All of this stuff matters if you want a man who has money and is, you know, has some sort of stature to talk to you. So if you're thick and big, you might want to start with hitting the gym. Okay? If you got tattoos all over you, you might want to start with getting those covered up. If you have nose piercing, lip piercings, all that, you might want to start with that. So in order to meet a high value man, you have to look like, you know, you already belong. So yeah, no, I don't think it looks the same on everybody, because everybody looks, I mean, like, you just know when a woman is being taken care of. She just looks classy. She just looks well put together all the time. You know, she carries herself with class. Like, you know when a woman is being taken care of, okay? There's no, like, nothing, you know. She doesn't have to, you know, be mean and super sedity, but, like, you know when a woman is being taken care of, okay? And high value doesn't mean Chanel bags and you know, red bottoms, because trust me, I know a lot of women in the hood that live under government assistance that have Chanel bags and red bottoms. So the material things isn't what makes the woman high value. What makes her high value is how she carries herself and how she wears these things and how she treats people when she's in public and how she holds the conversation and how she holds her wine glass when she's at dinner. You know, like, all of these little things is what makes the woman high value, not the not what she's wearing. Also, what makes her high value is her having her own, you know, having, if it's a job, if it's a business, even if it's OnlyFans, you have your own. I was telling you guys on my vlog that you guys are gonna watch that I went on a date, on the second date with this guy. So on the first date, I gave him I basically told him what I do, which is YouTube. And I told him, I didn't give him my name, but I told him, like, my YouTube topics, which is OnlyFans. And I basically told him that's, you know, that's what I do. I talk about OnlyFans and stuff like that, because that was one of the first videos that went viral, and I've been riding the wave ever since. And he decided that he was gonna go online on YouTube and look up OnlyFans, and when he did, my video pop up. And for some odd reason, like, when we went on the second date and he was telling me, I could tell that, like, he kind of liked me more. You know, like, the first date we didn't really talk much. Like, we talked, but we didn't really talk much. Like, we didn't get into, like, asking each other, like, questions about each other. You know, we just talked about random things, the job thing did pop up, and I did tell him about that. And so when he went and did his research and he came back, like, he was super intrigued. I thought he was gonna be like, oh my god, like, you're talking about sugar babies and, like, you know, like how some of the guys on Bumble are. But, like, he was all for it. He's like, you know what, if that's what it is, I saw the comments, the girls are motivated by you, you're, you know, empowering women, and I love it. And I feel like he actually ended up liking me more. So yeah, the fact that he saw that I actually had something going for myself, like, you know, like, oh, she's not just looking for a sugar daddy. Like, I'm pretty sure once he saw my thing, like, oh, she's looking for a man to, like, take care of her. And also, bitch, I'm 25 and he was like 40 something. Like, what do you think I want with you? So I think the fact that he went on my YouTube and saw that, you know, I do have YouTube videos and I do create content and stuff like that, and though I don't have that many subscribers, he knows, like, okay, she's doing something, she's trying to become something, and it's kind of working, and it's, you know, and now he wants to help, he wants to be a part of it. And I just think if you're a high value woman, you will focus on yourself and making yourself look presentable for that high value man. Instead of focusing looking for him, you should focus on what you look like, so that when you walk outside, they're just gonna look at you regardless, because you're a bad bitch. Okay. Where did me and TD meet? We met off of him subscribing to my OnlyFans off of Twitter. And then he was always tipping me. I don't know how many times I have to tell the story. He kept tipping me. And then there was a situation that happened. I was in the middle of a shooting. They weren't shooting at me. I went to the hood to buy weed. So ghetto. Never again. And that's why TD buys me my weed from the dispensary now, because yeah, that's how we even got together in the first place, because I went to go get weed. We had met a few times, went on a few dates. I went to go get weed. They were shooting outside. My car got hit. Nothing happened to me. I was perfectly fine. Traumatized the hell out of me. So I, called. Oh no, I didn't call. I made a tweet basically on Twitter like, wow, people are really crazy out here. I just got caught in some crazy situations. Like, thank God I'm safe, da 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 da. And he was like the first person to text me like, oh my God, are you okay? Do you want me to come over? Oh my God, you must be traumatized. And I was like, yeah, come over. Like, I was traumatized and I was sad and I really just wanted someone to hang out with. And he was like, okay. And he was literally here in like 45 minutes to an hour, sis. Okay. And like, he stayed with me the whole day. We talked, we got to know each other, some more stuff. So that's how we met. Technically, we met off of OnlyFans. Will I ever move to another state? Yes, I want to move to Texas. Not even gonna lie to you. I want to move to either Texas or Atlanta. Somewhere warm. I'm sick and tired of Massachusetts in the cold. Like, girl, it's cold. It's too cold for me. I can't do it. Okay, someone says, how long should we wait before we have sex with the guys? I'm tired of pretending like I don't like I don't like his advances. What should I say? I'm tired of pretending like I don't like his advances to appear innocent. Girl, I don't know why you acted innocent. If you like the man and you want to lay it on him, you better lay that shit on him and stop playing with me. Okay? There is no reason for you to be shy to have sex. I hate that society likes to deem women as like promiscuous, yeah, promiscuous, or whores, or hoe, whatever the word, all positive if you ask me. They like to make it seem like if you have sex with someone, girl, you're not innocent. you already did the deed before, right? So he knows that. So if he's making advances at you and he's trying to lay that pipe and you trying to catch it, what you need to do is let him know what it requires. Simple as that. Let him know what is required, and if he is willing to give what it's required, you better bust it wide open, sis. Let him have it, because no, there's no reason to sit here and wait. What are you waiting for? Like, it's a fucking pandemic outside. Do you really think people are waiting to have sex? No, girl, stop waiting. I personally don't think there is a proper time when it comes to this industry of when to have sex with somebody. Like I said, if you meet a guy, you like him on the first date, and you tell him what your requirements are, and he is willing to do those requirements for you, and you want to let him hit on the first day, sis, let him hit on the first day. I ain't judging you. I'm not judging you. You guys want a threesome? Because I'll join. Like, I'm not judging you. So yeah, no, I don't think there's a specific time. I don't think you should be torturing yourself. I feel like also in that situation, like just waiting for him, or like playing innocent, trying to see like what the best time is, you're just gonna keep falling deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and like, keep craving and craving it. Just let yourself have the craving, so you know if it's bad or if it's good. So you know if you want it again or if you don't. But yeah, no, I don't think you should be worried about that. If you have given him your requirements and he's okay with it, let him have it. So this is a good one. What should you talk about with your sugar daddy when you've run out of topics not the first date. Well, if it's not the first date, a good topic to always talk about is something that you're doing or you might potentially need him for. Example, like business. If you're starting a business, constantly talk about your business. Like, oh my God, I've been trying to do this, but like I can't figure out how to do it. And like when you are doing your business and there are questions that you have, write those questions down. Like save them for when you do get with him, especially if he's a businessman and he has the knowledge. You want to pick his brain. You want to take advantage of this man's brain. So I feel like having a business and always having something to ask him is pretty much a good way to constantly have something to talk about. And when you're asking him something that you don't know and he is familiar with, which, like I said, if it's business, you know, like if you're in the business industry, whatever kind of business it is, dealing with money, stuff like that, if you're asking him questions that you don't know the answer to and he knows the answer to, and he has information after information, that's a good way to get him to talk and do most of the talking. So you just sit there and you go, oh yeah, oh really, oh wow, I didn't know that, wow, that's so cool. Literally ask questions. You shouldn't be the main one talking. You should not talk. Sit there, look pretty, and be someone that he can vent to, he could talk to, he could express himself to, someone he feels like needs him. You know, like he'll probably even go out of his way to start researching stuff for you. Like example, today I told TD like, oh yeah, I'm filming a mukbang with my African food. Oh no, he knew that. I told him yesterday I was filming a mukbang with my African food. So he went into his office today and he knew that I needed wine, that I didn't have any wine in the house because he was here yesterday. He knew I didn't have any wine in the house. And like I didn't text him, I didn't ask him. And people might like, oh my God, wine, that's so little. Yeah, it's little, but like he knew that wine and having wine in my video and me sipping would make not only good content, because he had bought me this wine opener, so he was like, it would be good content for her to use her wine opener, but she doesn't have any wine, so I'm gonna get her some wine. And she's doing a mukbang, so obviously she should have a drink, you know. And obviously right now I only have like hard cocktails in my house, hard liquor. So he got me the wine, but you know what I'm saying? Like the board that I used to do my in the streets 101 class, he got that board for me. He went out of his way. I literally called him one day and I was like, oh, you know what I need? I need like a chalkboard or like a board that I can write on, because I think I want to host the class. Like I want to teach class on this topic. And he was like, oh, you know what? I think I have something for you. And literally bought this big old board, a ruler, markers, everything for me. So yeah, if you're giving him hints, stuff you need, asking him things, he's going to go out of his way to figure it out, to answer them, so that when you guys are together, he has that information for you. So always constantly try to figure out things, even if it's a book you're reading, you know, randomly start talking about the book, like, hey, so this happened in the book, or I've been reading this book, have you read it? Oh, so it's on this would you recommend any other books? Like that's how you get a conversation. Then he's gonna start talking about this one book and you're like, oh really? And then he might start talking about another good book, like, oh yeah, this is another good one. Yeah, like just like that. If you're trying to get into stocks, which I am, I need to find me a stock daddy, okay, a man to invest into stocks for me. But that's what I really want to get into. If you come across older gentlemen, most of them purchase stocks, you know, you use that as a conversation. Like, oh, I'm trying to invest into some stocks. Do you think, you know, what market would be the best market for me to invest in right now? You know, why and why not? Like, have you invested in stocks? Which ones did you do? Stuff like that. Literally easy peasy conversation. And those kind of questions will get them like okay, on a roller coaster. They're just gonna start talking because I want to express this, okay? You don't want to do too much talking. You want to let the man do most of the talking. You want to let him lead the way because he is a man, and it's gonna make him feel special. It's gonna make him feel like, you know what, she wants to know what I'm, you know, what I know, and she wants to learn from me. She's willing to get some information from me, and it makes every man feels really good. Like, they love it, they adore it, and they just feel special when a woman like requires their help. Yeah. Oh, and then this girl said she dares me to have Tattoo Daddy try fufu and you know, soup. He's actually tried this exact meal. He said he likes the sauce more than he likes the gari, but yeah, he's tried it. If you guys want me to have him in a video try it, I might not put his face, maybe like half of his face in the video. If you guys want me to have him try it, make sure you thumbs up the video, okay? But that's all the questions that I'm answering today. This was fun. But yeah, so I wanted to do this mukbang for you just because African food is trending right now on YouTube anyway, so I thought it would be cool coming from an African. The food is delicious. Don't listen to these haters on YouTube that are, you know, making these negative comments and putting these ugly faces and like, it don't stink. Personally, I don't think it stinks. I think it smells good. You know, and I just want to say is I feel like Americans have this thing of like acting like everything about America is perfect, which is so, like, obviously we all know it's 2020. That is far from the truth. But like, they somehow think like their food is like the best food in the world, or America is the best country in the world. And it's like, don't you know that when Africans come here, they look at American food and probably make that same facial expression that you just made? I know I did a few times. Like, I definitely at McDonald's a few times when I was younger. Like, ew, because I came from Africa and I've been eating stuff like this my whole life, home cooked meals. And then when you go to school, they're giving you pizza and corn dogs. Like, I remember I would literally take a corn dog and beat it on the table. Like, I'm like, who eats this? So yeah, you know, so for the rest of you guys are watching this, I'm obviously, all these YouTubers with millions of subscribers are not gonna watch my video, but don't be as judgmental as the rest of these YouTubers. Open your mind. I'm happy that they're willing to give it a try, but I wish they were a little bit more, you know, open to actually trying the food and being like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of them are just doing it for the views, and then they're like making these ugly faces and making people think like African food is disgusting, which is not. It's actually really delicious. And not only that, it's mostly good for you. It's not a bunch of fried stuff and all of that junk that you get when you go to American restaurants and you're eating pizza and burgers and fries, all of that stuff. No, this is like all organic, okay? Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my Q&A. If you guys would like to see another mukbang Q&A, make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you're gonna try African food at some point in your life. I don't know, or if you have tried African food, if from my Africans that are, you know, subscribed to me, let me know what your favorite, you know, meal is. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you turn on your post notification. Once I get to 20K, I'm giving away $300, and once I get to 50K, I'm giving away $500. And you literally just have to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and turn on your post notification. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for the questions. Yeah, look forward to doing another Q&A in the future, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.